And this is Real Talk on Life and Relationships with Riana Milne. And I am a licensed mental health counselor, certified trauma professional, addictions professional, with a practice of 18 years called Therapy by the Sea in Delray Beach, Florida. And I do coach worldwide singles looking for love and couples looking to fix love. And most recently, I was one of 5 life and dating coaches on Radical Dating, Finding Lasting Love Over 40. And it will be airing now, September 26th, on the website Your Tango and on the Radical Dating YouTube page. So make sure you check it out. My client Scott is doing phenomenal with his relationship. Yay, Scott. He found love before the show stopped taping. And I guess he's with his partner now 9 months. So congratulations. And my heart goes out to you and your fabulous partner. I can't wait to meet you guys in Las Vegas. I will be in Las Vegas talking about my topic, how childhood trauma impacts an adult in life and love relationships for singles and couples at the Human Transformation Movement conference with 33 speakers. Is going to be amazing. You will meet the most coolest, evolved, emotionally together people you'd ever want to meet. So please come out and join us. Scott already told me he'd be there, my client from Radical Dating, and I will be there helping as many people as I can. So tonight's topic is how to deal with challenge. And I'm just laughing like crazy as all this technology stuff was breaking down around me. My kids know I'm a little technologically challenged. I make up for it in heart and soul. You know, this is the Earth School in Buddhism that says we're meant to have challenges and we're supposed to learn from the lessons of challenges. So, but you know what? Without challenge, there's no passion in life. Like, I love Tony Robbins saying, if you're not growing, you're dying. Like, to me, that just stands out because you have to challenge yourself for growth. And I've been challenging myself in the past 90 days for growth and change. And recently, I'm just now reemerging in my world professionally, personally. And I'm really excited about that. You know, I have that passion back for being me and getting back out there. And I'll tell you why I've kind of been off the radar for 90 days in a little bit, because first it's about you. So I want to talk about out-of-the-box thinking. And I was telling a friend tonight, you know, I had this amazing boss when I worked for a radio station in Philadelphia. If I have any of my Philly and Jersey listeners, it was WFIL Radio. And my boss was brilliant. His name was Gene Bassel, and he always said, "Hun, you got to have a gimmick." So, you know, with marketing, I learned from a pro from age 14 when I worked for the company for 10 years till I was 24 years old. And I'd watched this man do promotional events like nobody else. It's just creating out of the box amazing things. And, you know, and I learned that, like, what can I do that's different than anybody else? I mean, as a therapist, I'm in an office suite with like 5 other therapists in Delray. And like my lights are dimmed. I have aromatherapy. I offer coffee. You know, I've got a really cushy couch, and, you know, I want people to feel like they're in their living room. I want them to be comfortable. Whenever they're new and they walk in, there's like, oh, this is nice. And that's what I want them to feel. I want them to feel they're in a different place than any other therapist that they've been with. It's the same as coaching. I'm totally into having my clients feel different things from me. First, my passion for their growth and transformation. Second, you know, I'm almost reparenting, like I have that compassion from my heart for maybe what they didn't get as kids. And, you know, I'm also a child of trauma, so I understand their journey, and I've done the research to help them and to help myself, and it's in my books, Live and Love Beyond Your Dreams. So I bring different things to the table that maybe a lot of other coaches don't. But you know, the out-of-the-box thinking is when you're challenged, like I was tonight, and it's like I said, it's such a beautiful example. It's like, what can I do? What can I do? And it's not like, what can I do? Or I'm going to give up or forget it. I'm not even going to go live tonight. No, I'm going to find a way, even if it's not the perfect video, to still be on for anybody that chooses to come on and say hello. And it will be replayed because I think it's a perfect example. So what's out of the box thinking? Just propping my cell phone up against my computer, and here I am. And you know, as a parent, I taught my children, Alexi Panos and Stefana Farrell, how to also think outside of the box for themselves. So when they were young and they had a problem, instead of panicking, it's like, okay, what can I do? What can I do differently? Thinking outside the box when you're challenged is like super important. And, coming from that place of what can I do, not what can I do. So any parents that are listening to me tonight, make sure you come up with 2 to 3 solutions for your problems. And when your children have problems, instead of settling it for them and showing them what to do, to say, you know what, this is a good problem. Thank you for coming to me with this. What do you think we should do to get it done? And let them come up with 2 to 3 solutions and say, this is great. Which one do you feel is the best solution? Let's start with that one and then go to the second one. Then you're teaching your children real life skills, survival skills, to help them get through in life. And I did this when my children were very young, and now my girls are, oh my gosh, one just turned 35 and Lexi's going to be 34 in a couple of weeks. We're all Virgos. We all have August, September birthdays. And they are so resilient. They were out on their own at 19, supporting themselves and figuring it out and not panicking. They were able to go into that plan B, plan C, pull it together, think outside of the box for their challenges. And along the way, they thought it was kind of cool. It was fun, because when you're challenged, you're growing. Okay? Many people panic. Many people think transition is traumatic. And like I said, in Buddhism, in the Earth School, we are supposed to be challenged. We are supposed to have these transitions that we succeed with. And every one that we succeed with, every challenge where we grow and learn and become better, our confidence just soars. Our aura becomes bigger and better, and we are just happier and more successful in life and in love. So you want to also teach your children and yourself to accept change as a very joyful and fun part of life, because it really can be. And when it's tough, you just start laughing and it's like, oh my God, this is really weird. This is happening, just like it did for me tonight. But I also say, trust that things are happening exactly as they should. I really wanted Crowdcast to work for me tonight, because I was really hoping to get this platform down, because I have a couple webinars coming up and I'll learn it before it comes on. But I wasn't expecting this to happen tonight. But you know what? When you fail, you're one step closer to success, which means I got to figure out why it did not go on. I have to contact customer service and see what I might have done wrong. And then I'll be more successful. And then I will ask them for their guidance the next time I go on, so this won't happen to me again. And I also say, be happy and proud that you tried. So this is a new platform for me, Crowdcast. And I hear it's great. My daughter uses it, and I've been on some classes of Crowdcast. And what I liked about it most is that it's a video connection. And when I'm working with people of trauma, I want them to feel connected with me, that when I give lessons or that I teach, that they know I really care. I'm there solidly in my heart. So I wanted to use a video platform. So, okay, it didn't work this time, but the next time it will. So every failure is one step closer to success, right? So that's the way you got to look at it. And I'm happy that I bought it, and that I'm proud that I'm trying it, and I'll figure it out. And when things are delayed, just trust that the time was like a gift from God. I mean, just recently I was supposed to be giving a speech in Denver. I was really excited about it. And like 2 days before the conference, it was like canceled on me. Like air tickets were booked. My stuff was already shipped out there. I had paid the hotel. There's always a plan B that you can go for if you want to. Every challenge that you make and reach, your confidence soars. So you're living life to the max. You're living large. And living large is great. I was with a friend earlier, who we're about the same age. I'll be 60 in a month. And we're talking about that, like, why live small? It's so important to live large and go for your dreams, all stages of life. And I taught my children that too. And I've kind of lived large most of my whole life. And there's more things I want to do. And I'm really, as I turn 60 in September, I'm really going to go for that. I'm going to make sure that that's happening. Along the way, and I was sitting in the Unity Church today and really enjoyed the service. And they were talking about everyone wears an S on their chest, Superman, Superwoman, and we all have the power to make a difference in the world. So transition is a time where if you see someone struggling, that you can step up and try to assist. Now, of course, as a coach and a counselor, I have stepped up many times to assist either friends, acquaintances, loved ones. It's just in my nature to do so. But eventually, if they don't want to help themselves, if they are the large part of the problem and they don't want to see it, if they are living a victim mentality, if they are blaming everyone else for their life situation, then eventually you have to kind of slowly withdraw and say, I love you, but you're on your own. I'm moving forward. And, recently I've had to do that with someone that I love. But, negativity is very stifling to you. You help the best you can, then you move forward. And they're really kind of left to try to help themselves. However, we're here to help humanity. And I always say, is what you're doing for the good of all. Because you're either part of the solution to make this world a better and more loving place, or you're part of the problem. And if one of these negative people try to suck you down into negativity world, you're going to feel it inside. You're going to feel anxious, almost like a panic, because your peace is disrupted. And I'm one that meditates every day, so I'm very peaceful. I live in this really zen-like peaceful existence that I love. So if someone's too negative and they're always harping in your ear negative messages, you're going to feel that angst or anxiety. And you kind of have to let them go and say, I've done the best I can to help you. You got to do it on your own. You got to figure it out. And if you have friends, I would say step up and try to be that light. Try to share your love and your heart and words of wisdom, if you're spiritual, especially about living in the light and choosing the positive side over negativity. All my clients know exactly what I'm talking about because we do mindset work. I teach them about conscious living in a positive way. And it's really bizarre because once you live in a spiritual and positive way, it's very hard to handle anyone negative for a long period of time. It's very hard. Now, as a coach and a counselor, I understand everybody has a journey. I describe it like a rainbow. So when I'm meeting people, they're at the beginning of their learning curve, and it's my job and my honor and my privilege to help them climb this rainbow. And my clients all improve and then they slip, and then they improve and then they slip, because I'm making the unconscious conscious. This takes time. It takes 90 days to 6 months. So I understand that. As a coach, that is my work, my passion work. That is why I'm there. But as a friend or one of my clients that lives in positivity now, what do they call it? Energy vampire. And I have a couple YouTube videos on energy vampire. If they keep sucking you dry, that energy level, then eventually you're going to have to move forward. But I want to tell you the importance of spirituality during difficult transition. I can't tell you enough how important that is. And this is not about religion, guys. This is about faith and trust. And I always say there's no mistakes in the spiritual world. And when I meditate, and I was telling someone very lovely last night this conversation, when you meditate, and I have a 4-step meditation process called Divine Meditation. And when you are visualizing and asking the universe for what you love, you expect it to show up. So yes, there's transitions, and we don't always understand how what we want is going to show up for us. But faith equals trust, and that's spirituality. And it's not about a religion. It is about the divine order of life and trust. And spirituality keeps you calm. It lowers anxiety, depression, and fear-based thinking. So every one of my clients that comes through coaching with me, it doesn't matter what faith they are, and I do coach people from around the world that might be Muslim, Jewish, Catholic, all different kinds of religions. But like I said, it's the universal message of spiritual faith. and I teach about living in the positive, the light, living in the light versus the dark side of life. And in the dark side of life, this is where anger, depression, revenge, jealousy, anger, lack of morals, all that lives in the dark side. And when you're living in the light, this is where pure joy and bliss and friendship and happiness and confidence and laughter and pure joy lives in the light. This is when people stop me on the road and it's like, oh my God, Riana, like you have this aura around you. It's turquoise. I usually hear turquoise or deep purple, which actually happen to be my two favorite colors. So people see it. They feel your energy. So if you're walking around with negative energy or always thinking or acting from the dark side of life, call me because I can help you. You definitely want to learn to live in the light. It's such a joyful and amazing place to live. So I'd like to talk to you a little bit about what's going on in my life. I've been out of the loop a little bit for about 90 days. My followers might have probably noticed, but my friends and the people that know me, my Jersey clients, always know it's like, oh, Riana's going to be working on a project. And that's exactly what's been happening. So I want to announce what's going on because I'm really, really excited about it. It felt like actually I was writing a book, and Love Beyond Your Dreams that went to #1 on Amazon, and Live and Love Beyond Your Dreams are sold in Barnes & Noble stores. So whenever I write a book, it's like a 6-month project. It's from beginning, concepts running around my head, to production, everything, picking up the book and it's in my hands. Now I'm opening up a virtual online training center. It's called the Life and Love Training Academy, and it's soon going to be launched. And I was writing all the curriculum, and both my dating to mating program for singles that I do usually for 6 months with my VIP clients, and I still have my one-on-one VIPs who want to work with me one-on-one, and my relationship rescue program for couples are now virtual. And I'm like so excited because I've been wanting to bring a virtual program for groups to the reality, the realm of existence for a couple of years now. But it was really important to me that I worked for a while with my one-on-one clients. I wanted to make sure all the research I did on the impact of childhood trauma was working for my clients, whether they were singles or couples. And my testimonials are so beautiful. I guess I have maybe 70 if you're interested. They're online at rianamilne.com. But it is almost ready. It is launching. That's where I've been for 90 days, writing curriculum, writing PowerPoints, doing audios, doing videos, editing them, and getting them on the Life and Love Training Academy. So fairly soon, you'll see announcements on my Coach Riana Milne. Very soon, I'll be doing a singles webinar and a couples webinar talking about how 90% of us humans in America, or research has found, struggle in life and love due to childhood impact and wounds. And there's 10 wounds. And if you have not seen them, I have some tapes on my YouTube channel, Riana Milne, but this is what I will be discussing on these webinars. And if you're on the webinars and you're interested in the singles or the couples coaching, there's $2,000 worth of bonuses on that webinar. So please make sure you join me. Or if you know any friend that is struggling with difficult transition or challenges and you're worried for them, anybody that's self-medicating with drugs or alcohol or can't get out of that depressive funk, or are always anxious about life and can't seem to pull it together, make sure they reach out to me. I still, of course, always offer a complimentary Life and Love Transformation Strategy session. You can just go to rianamilne.com and sign up for that. But the webinar is a PowerPoint on this research of how childhood trauma, 10 of them, can impact you in life and love as an adult. And this is the reason that 60% of marriages are breaking up, that singles are struggling to find that perfect life partner, because the emotional triggers come out and nobody knows how to deal with them nor where they're coming from. So there's a lot of sabotaging of the relationships. But the good thing is there's answers to this. There's real solutions to this. Said, if you want to be on the list, just reach out to me or sign up. Another way to get on my email list, if you go to rianamilne.com, I have free downloads of both my books, Live and Love, and then automatically you're on my email list. Or reach out for a coaching strategy session if you want to talk to me one-on-one privately because you're concerned about some of these things. But the Life and Love Training Academy will have both dating for mating for singles, relationship rescue for couples, and that will be launching in October. But any of the people that sign up early for the online virtual school will have me in coaching in that early sign-up group. So they will get bonus sessions with me and where they can share. And one of the bonuses too when they sign up from the webinar is that they will have that 1 hour by Skype working with me so I can see exactly what the childhood wounds are. So as they proceed in the online class, that they will know what to really be consciously aware of as we go through. So I'm so excited to launch the online program. That's where I've been, guys, for 90 days, writing like a mad woman, getting these things edited. I have 4 more PowerPoints to write, but I had 16. So it's like a day at a time, like I teach in my goal setting, a day at a time. You wake up, what 3 things am I going to do today? What do I want to have done by the end of the week? What do I need done by the end of the month? And this is how you chop away at it. So I'm very excited about that. So if you know anyone that may need to be on the webinar, that you're concerned about, like I said, they're going through difficult challenges or transitions, please tell them the webinars are soon to come out for singles, one for couples. Or if they don't want to wait and they want to work with me privately, rianamilne.com, and it's a pop-up and just sign up. You know, I'm bringing this platform for those that would love to work with me one-on-one, but the investment might be a little bit too high for them to do one-on-one for 6 months. You know, I don't want people to suffer through the fears and the doubts and the anxiety and the depression or scared to death. How do I meet that amazing ideal partner? There is research behind this, and that's what I'm there to present to you. The couples that live in this toxic cycle of fighting and loving each other. I love you, I hate you, I love you, I hate you. That tends to be a partner that might have borderline personality disorder. We also call it splitting of the personality or Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. And this is all coming from those children that had severe trauma when they were young. And when you first learn about it, it's like, whoa, this is scary. Do I have this? Remember, 90% of our population have some form of childhood trauma. The good thing is there's help for this. I did the research on it. I needed the answers. And as soon as I did the research, like I said, my floodgates opened. I realized all my therapy and coaching clients, the majority of them had some childhood trauma too. But I wanted to arm myself with all the ammunition to help them. And that's what I'm here to do. With people of trauma tend to really panic in transformation times. Transition times are very scary. Change is very scary. They want to hold on to what they know, even though it could be totally toxic and dysfunctional. There's a solution to that. Those with childhood trauma tend to have very codependent relationships or even addictive relationship. They're addicted to the one they love. And even though they could be fighting every day, it's still they're hanging on for that bit of hope or what was so wonderful in the beginning because they don't want to give up what the ideal dream was. There's help for this, guys. There's help for healing and growth and the questions you ask when you're out and what to look for when you are dating. And if you're in a coupled relationship or a marriage, and if you're swept up in that toxic cycle of love, then fighting, then love, then fighting, it's very exhausting. And people don't want to give up, but it's hard to move forward without the skills. So my job is, as a coach, to teach my couple the skills that they need to move forward. Look for the couples webinar and the singles webinar. If you want notices, I always post my notices on Coach Riana Milne, my fan site. And if you want to be on my email list, just go into like rianamilne.com and sign up like for the free chapter downloads from my books, or do a pop-up of getting a free coaching strategy session. I'd love to meet with you one-on-one, and I can see best how I can help you. That's what I'm here for. You know, it's time to change your life. If you're panicking about transition, if you're worried about challenges, and you're living small because fear just has this grip on you, or anxiety, it won't go away. There's a way to fix that, guys, and that's what I want to help you with. You don't have to play small. You don't have to live small. We only have so much time on this earth, and I want you to live it to the max. I want you to have a great time. It is the time to learn to live and love beyond your dreams. So please let me help you any way I possibly can. Also, just so you know, there's a free app. It's called My Relationship Coach. If you download that, you can read articles on the go. I have a ton of articles. I think there's like 75 articles. And I just put new quizzes on there, which are really cool. Like, they're interactive quizzes. You answer them, I get your responses, and then I can work with you closer because I know what you're struggling with. You can get the app. It's free to download, and if you do a quiz, I will get your responses and I'll reach out to you, see how I can help you best. If you want more education, I'm all about how can I teach you. Just go on YouTube. My channel's Riana Milne. If you're interested to get more information on how to do the 90-day coaching for singles or for couples online at a fraction of the cost of working with me one-on-one, guys, just reach out to me. Riana Milne at Gmail, or go on my website. You'll find me. I'm available for anybody that needs help and would like to work with me. If you have a personal question, I don't want to leave you stranded, reach out to me, Riana Milne at Gmail, or there's a big box on rianamilne.com that you can write me what you're struggling with. Tell me a little bit about your story so I can reach back out to you and I can help you. So I'm here for you guys. Have an amazing week. Remember, you are meant to be in this Earth School to challenge yourself, learn the lessons from your growth. Don't panic when something goes wrong. Think about what can I do, not what can I do. Stay positive. Reach out to your fellow man, leading with your heart. Put that S on your chest, that Superman, Superwoman. You are a spiritual light. You are here to help others in this world. Either you're part of the problem or part of the solution. Be part of the solution, guys. Make a difference every day in someone's life. Reach out and say hello and I love you and I'm here for you. To those friends that you know are struggling for one reason or another with change or transition. You know, I look at September, it's always a big transition month, and that's why I wanted to bring this topic here. The kids are back in school. So remember, the kids are a little scared. They're going through transition right now, new teacher, new friends. So parents out there, empower your kids. And as parents, that's our job. Bring up your kids brilliantly. Let them believe in their dreams. They can do anything to succeed. And when they have problems, teach them out of the box thinking and what they can do, and not play the victim role or the blaming role. It's not blaming someone else. It's asking, what can I do? So I'm Riana Milne, Coach Riana Milne. I'm here for you. If I can help you, rianamilne.com, website, rianamilne.com, YouTube, Riana Milne channel. And let me know if I can help you. Have a very blessed week. God bless. Thank you. Bye-bye.